Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here for the NBA main slate here on Wednesday. So we got a nice 11-game slate today. Last night was only 3 games, and it was a pretty weird, frustrating night. So Trae Young just could not hit any shots. He was like 2 of 13, something like that. And yeah, that was just pretty frustrating. Bazemore was a little disappointing. Durant, I got on him with once Draymond got ruled out, I kind of locked in Durant and Quinn Cook. Also, I got on Jordan Bell with no Draymond. Once they ruled Jonas Jerebko the starter, I should have pivoted, but I kind of just played the ownership and thought I'm going to play more of the low-owned Jordan Bell. That didn't really work out. And then Spellman just got completely limited to 14 minutes out of nowhere. I thought this was a really good environment for him with the Warriors playing more small ball, but they ran Alex Len 32 minutes out there, so that was a little frustrating. I was already in Capella. At 6.4K, he was just too cheap. He put up 40. And Larry Nance was not bad at his price tag. So yeah, definitely ready to move on. Just a kind of bad slate last night with only 3 games, but I'm liking the slate. 11 games. So after researching this, there's not a whole lot of value on today's slate, so it's going to be tricky. There might be more stuff that opens up throughout the day. But we're going to have to kind of wait and see for that. So John Wall at 9.1K, guy I've kind of been on last few games. I really liked that he played, 41, 42, and 41 minutes. And then I played him against Orlando. Really frustrating. He gets limited to 33 in a close game. Just stuff that's unpredictable like that out of nowhere that it's really frustrating for DFS. But Scott Brooks did say after the Orlando game that he's going to try and limit John Wall more. So I think I'm kind of off John Wall if he's going to play closer to 33 instead of 40 minutes. So Damian Lillard, he's got the questionable tag. They said he's going to be a game time decision. I do think he's going to play, but it's kind of tough that this is the last game of the night, and we might not hear news until 30 minutes before tip off or something like that. I do think he's going to play though, and at 8.8K, I do like Lillard if he plays. So Ben Simmons at 8.7K, I'm kind of off this whole Philly offense with Jimmy Butler. They announced he's playing. So I'm kind of off this whole Philadelphia offense. I'm going to do kind of a wait-and-see approach. So we got Drew Holiday at 8.5K, and I will be all over him again if Alfred Payton's out. This game has a 236 over-under, so very high over-under. And Drew Holiday is just a guy I've been on basically all year, and I will continue to be on him if Alfred Payton's out. If Alfred Payton's in, I think I might look elsewhere. I don't really know, but I still do like Drew Holiday at 8.5K a lot here. Let's see. So CJ McCollum, I would have obviously a lot of interest in him if Damian Lillard for some reason can't go. Probably him and Steph Curry would be close to locks for me because Steph Curry would most likely pick up the start. So we got D'Angelo Russell at 6.7K. It's a little pricey, but with Karis LeVert getting injured, he did see his first 30-minute game of this, or 33 minutes. So that's the most minutes he's gotten this season. I don't really like this price tag. I think he's only for GPPs for me. He obviously has a lot of upside, but that price tag is just a little expensive for me. So Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton, I kind of have the same analysis here. Colin Sexton, he's going to play more minutes. He does have lower upside. Clarkson, he's going to play less minutes, but he does have the better upside of the two. I definitely have interest in both in an up-tempo matchup against Washington. The whole Lonzo Ball, Rondo thing is just so hard to figure out. They kind of switch off playing heavy minutes and having good games, and it's just on this 11-game slate, I don't want to risk that going. I do think one of them will have a good game, but it's literally a 50-50 shot of who's going to have a good game. Dinwiddie at 4.9K. Someone I am definitely interested in. He did sub in for Karis LeVert once LeVert got injured, and he saw 28 minutes. So I'm going to have to wait and see what Brooklyn runs out as their starters. If Dinwiddie gets announced starting, I definitely do have interest in him at 4.9K. Okay, so let's go to the whole New York Knicks situation. So they announced that Moutier and Kevin Knox will be starting for Nicotina and Dotson. So Emmanuel Moutier, it's 3.7K. For a starting point guard, it's pretty good. And he's got a matchup against Dennis Schroeder. The only thing that I'm not liking a lot here is the whole New York Knicks. They just run like a deep rotation. I mean, they got Alonzo Trier. Now they have Nicotina off the bench. They have Trey Burke too. They even give some minutes to Ron Baker. So I don't think the minutes are necessarily secure for Moutier. But at 3.7K, he does have upside and a good matchup. And with a slate that's struggling for value, I do like him at 3.7K, and I'm definitely considering him today. Again, the only downside is the minutes are not really secure because they run a deep rotation. So if we move on to shooting guard, again, Drew Holiday with someone I would be on if Alfred Payton's out. I'll basically lock and load him. And then Mirotic is also questionable. If Mirotic gets ruled out, you guys know I plug in Julius Randle every single time, and I will do that again if Mirotic is out. So we're going to have to kind of wait for news on that too. Let's see. I talked about CJ McCollum. Obviously, we'll be on him if Damian Lillard's out. If Damian Lillard still is in, I still do like McCollum. The thing is, he is kind of more scoring dependent. He doesn't really stuff the stat sheet as much as I would like. At 6.6K, I mean, the matchup is ideal, though, against the Lakers. So I'm definitely still considering him, even if Lillard plays. And then if we scroll down, I mean, the shooting guard, there's really no value I'm liking. Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, I guess Markelle Fultz, even though he's not going to start, I mean, he still should see, 25 minutes or so. I don't know. There really isn't a whole lot of value at shooting guard. So let's move on to small forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the top. If you want to play if you're a GPP guy and you want to play the ownership, he's going to be sub 5% for sure. So if you're a GPP guy and you want to take a low-owned stud that no one's going to have, definitely Giannis. LeBron here at 10-3. I do like LeBron, but again, the slate is lacking value. I don't know if I'm able to fit him because there's guys that I like more in the mid-tier range, and I kind of like Karl Anthony Towns for $800 cheaper than LeBron. But LeBron, I'm not going to talk you off him if you want to play him. Paul George, 9.6K. Obviously, him and Schroeder are the biggest beneficiaries. Westbrook. Pretty good matchup here against the Knicks. At close to 10K, I don't think I want to go Paul George today. Let's see. Again, Mirotic, if he gets ruled out, you just have to lock and load Randle every single time. For some reason, guys, when Mirotic is ruled out, Randle's only sometimes 30, 40, 50% owned. I don't get why he's not 90% owned, to be honest. Randle is literally a must play if Mirotic is out. The only way Randle will not hit value with Mirotic out if he gets in foul trouble or he gets injured. Those are the only two ways. Other than that, he's going to smash. So Mirotic is out. I'm locking and loading Randle again. Let's see. TJ Warren, a guy I thought I'd bring up just because his minutes, 42, 37, and 40 minutes the last 3 games. Obviously, if he's going to play those minutes, definitely have to consider him today. The matchup's not ideal against San Antonio, but if he's going to play 40 minutes at 5.8K, I will consider him. Let's see. So Robert Covington at 4.7K. So they announced that him and Saric will play Wednesday. So I will have interest in Robert Covington if he starts. Him and Saric, I will have interest in both of them if they start. If they don't start, I'm crossing them off. I don't have any interest. Because Tom Thibodeau just runs the starters out there a ton. So the starting lineup for Minnesota is huge. Once that gets announced, those starters are the ones that I have interest in. And if he gets announced starting at 4.7K and this 236 over under, I really, really like Robert Covington. Let's see. So let's scroll down to 3.9K and Kevin Knox. Going against OKC. Again, not the best matchup here, but he is going to pick up the start. I do think his minutes, go up a little bit, maybe closer to 30. They don't have as much depth at the small forward as they do at like a guard position. So I do think Knox's minutes are a little more secure than Moutier's. So I really do like Kevin Knox at 3.9K for salary relief. Again, there really isn't like any value plays other than Knox and Moutier that I'm seeing on the slate. So let's move on to power forward position. Anthony Davis, 11.3K. Yes, I do really like him, but I just don't know if I can afford him on the slate. And especially if Mirotic gets ruled out, I'm just pivoting right to Randall. I'm not going with Anthony Davis. I will take the price discount on Randall, and I also will take Drew Holiday if Elfrid Payton's out. So again, there's a lot of news that we do have to wait for on today's slate. So let's see. Again, Randall, 6.9K. Lock and load if Mirotic is out. So Larry Nance Jr. at 5.5K. The issue with him was early in the season was he just wasn't seeing any minutes. But now, 31 and 35 minutes the last two games. If he picks up the start again against Washington, this is a great matchup. I will go right back to the wall with Larry Nance Jr. Some people may go to Tristan Thompson. I mean, he did have the better game against Charlotte. But Tristan Thompson's going to have a tough time dealing with Dwight Howard. I don't think he's going to be able to pick up as many offensive boards like he did against Cody Zeller. And Larry Nance Jr. just has the better matchup here against Markieff Morris. Markieff Morris plays no defense. So if Larry Nance Jr. picks up the start again, I'll go right back to the well with him. So the whole Taj Gibson, Dario Saric situation, we don't have starters yet. Whoever picks up the start between those two is the guy I have the most interest in. So if Taj picks up the start, I do like Taj at 4.8K. If Saric picks up the start, I like him at 4.5K. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see for that. And then again, there really isn't anything below here, like below 4K. There's nothing I'm really seeing. I mean, Mike Muscala, maybe, but with Jimmy Butler back, I think his minutes get a little limited here. And it's just, I don't know. Not a whole lot of value on this slate. So let's move on to center. Again, Philly, I'm just going to kind of stay away from them. I'm going to wait and see how that offense looks with Jimmy Butler. But we got Karl Anthony Towns at 9.5K. Still, this is just too cheap with no Jimmy Butler in the offense. He's the main guy now. And we saw what he did against Brooklyn. Put up 60 fantasy points. His minutes are pretty secure here. He's going to see close to 40 minutes a night, which I really like. Thibodeau just runs those starters into the ground. So I really, really like Cat at 9.5K. Andre Drummond. There's nothing to see. I mean, you guys know how I feel about Andre Drummond. I can't stand him. I mean, sure, a decent matchup here against Toronto. I do think Toronto will. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who they start. They might start JV and Ibaka, or, JV and put Ibaka off the bench. I'm going to have to kind of wait and see. But Drummond, I mean, I can never get this guy right. Like I said, when I play him, he gets in foul trouble. When I don't, he goes off. Sure, the salary is enticing at 9.3K. I'm just looking elsewhere. He's just a guy I don't play now. I just kind of cross him off. I'm not going to talk you off him. At 9.3K, that is a very good salary. Whiteside at 8.4K, a guy I haven't played all season, but I'm definitely considering him tonight. Against Brooklyn, I love targeting centers against Brooklyn, especially if Jarrett Allen's out. Whiteside should just have his way. So he got in foul trouble against Philly guarding Embiid. So he only saw 22 minutes. So don't be worried about that. He should see 30 to 35 minutes here. And at 8.4K, I think that's a little too cheap for Whiteside. I'm definitely considering him. So let's see. Enes Kanter at 6.6K. He's got a revenge game. But again, I really respect the defense of Steven Adams. So I'd only look Enes Kanter's way for GPPs. Again, the minutes are just a little volatile. 41, 30, 20, 26. You don't really know what you're going to get from Enes Kanter. He does have massive upside. I mean, I do love Enes Kanter. He's a guy I love playing DFS. But again, I really respect the defense of Steven Adams. So I think I will look elsewhere. But I'm not going to talk you off him for GPPs. In a revenge game, maybe he sees a few more minutes. So I'm not going to talk you off Enes Kanter if you want to go there for GPPs. Nurkic, another center that I love today at 6.5K. My issue with him was he just wasn't seeing the minutes early on, but now Stott seems to He seems to be closing with Nurkic basically every game now. And the Lakers, I love targeting centers against them. JaVale McGee's not going to be able to stay with them. Sure, they can bring in Tyson Chandler as a big body to try and stop him. But Nurkic, he has all the upside in the world. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, I think he has a big, big game here today against the Lakers. Tristan Thompson, I mean, if you want to go that way, I'm not going to tuck you off him. The salary's enticing, but again, the matchup's not the best, and I just prefer Larry Nance Jr. to Tristan Thompson. Let's see. Wendell Carter Jr., the way to attack Boston is with the centers. So I don't mind Wendell Carter Jr., but the minutes are kind of just so volatile. I do like the salary at 5.7K, so I'm definitely considering him. And then the last guy I think I'll talk about here is Jonas Valanciunas. Again, they're going to need his big body because Detroit plays really big with Drummond and Blake Griffin. So I do think, he's going to see 20, maybe even 25 minutes. And he has all the upside in the world when he gets the minutes. So I'm going to have to kind of wait and see the starting lineup. But definitely JV is on my radar today. I guess the last guy we'll talk about, if Jared Allen gets ruled out, I definitely have interest in Rondae Hollis-Jefferson at Davis. They basically just split the center minutes last game. So those two would be great value plays if Jared Allen's out. If Jared Allen's in, I mean, I don't mind Jared Allen. They're going to need his big body to guard Whiteside. At 5.1K, he does have upside. So I wouldn't mind him if he does play. So I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I'm not going to give my core just because there's too much news right now. There's too much injury news. There's a lot of starting lineups we're waiting for that I just don't feel confident giving a core right now. So if you guys have been enjoying the video, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. You can also follow me on Twitter. It'll be in the description below. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a tweet, shoot me a DM. I will give more updates as starting lineups come out, more injury news, stuff like that. So definitely important to follow me there. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for some Thursday NBA.